So the conference is about to be over. Today's the last day of the conference, and it's kind of loud in here. But just came in and spoke to some folks, some people, and just will be heading home soon. And it's the highlight of this June and July, pretty much the whole year actually. But this is one of my favorite conferences I ever had in the DMV area. So I was about texting me. I was trying to get the certificate from Amazon this is the last couple months. I tried to join the AWS skill center. They have like certificates you can use to train different services, different programs. And right now I'm gonna try out the AWS AI certificate or machine learning certificate, and they do have like things like Kubernetes, S3 buckets, C2, stuff like that. You get to learn how the cloud computing actually works in the computing space. So I think that this is the first step in pretty much getting involved within the tech sector. I was speaking to some folks, especially because my last research paper was more like the energy and things like the energy and as well as the infrastructure. And I was fascinated by how these vendors and these companies, partners with AWS, they are working to resolve that. They are trying to see how they can reduce the infrastructure burden as well as ensure that there's safety. Yesterday I was listening to Bloomberg News, and they touched on, they mentioned how the infrastructure is mostly at risky. When we talk about the risky and the vulnerability of the US infrastructure, we oftentimes focus more on cyberspace. So the financial side, financial fraud and hacking and financial crimes. But the Bloomberg yesterday touched on mostly on how electricity grid. I talk about electric grid many times, right? I do advocate for electric grid a lot, but it's fascinating on how those grids can be very vulnerable. I talk about how we should invest billions of dollars in the physical infrastructure, whether it's the data centers, whether it's the bridges, and I mentioned about the railway roads, right? The highways, the rocks, and the rivers, and those things. But the vulnerability of those infrastructure oftentimes gets overlooked, and it doesn't get as much attention as it should be. So in this particular event, there were some folks who are focusing more on the cyberspace, and they have this wonderful AI technology that can detect and alert the users and give them the recommendations, and they can also detect how each attack or each vulnerability is the risk, the level of risky. Is it high risky? Is it medium? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it red? Right? Um, those. Oh, thank you. I was about to take it. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Uh, those take those take those tech ideas are great, but I think we need to focus more on how, like we see, for instance, because when you talk about the national security and the infrastructure getting affected, often, like for instance, like when I was advocating for Uganda to build more dams and build more, like expand these off-grid like solar panels and this off-grid like in the rural areas, for instance. I oftentimes forget how this could be vulnerable for any attacker. Right? You can build all of this huge infrastructure, all these huge technologies, then you don't really know. You open up for the enemies. So the U.S. is in that position, and I haven't seen a single advocacy to ensure that these tech companies that are in here, which you can actually see right now, right, of these guys, this room, these guys in this room, they're all pretty much building these softwares, they're building these products, but they're not, haven't seen a single one of them detailing how they are going to be interact those external factors and external vulnerability. I was reading a company called CGI. It's also in here as well. Let me see, CGI. There we go. So CGI has a report on their website. It's called CGI Expands Governing AI Capabilities for Governments. Let me see. One of their report. It's a case study. So the case study is titled as Modernizing a Mission Critical Financial System with AI-powered insights. All right, and I want to touch on this because this study focuses on the financial side, because oftentimes the vulnerability doesn't come from nowhere. It comes with a reason. So let me see. It's not this one. I think it's a case study or it's like a research. Let me see. I think it's a case study. How much? Yeah, I can't find it. Let me see. I was reading it yesterday. I just couldn't find it right now. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find this case study, but it will be helpful to find it and kind of read it through. they basically detailed the like the they detailed they separate between they pick a financial institution like a bank, for example, and then they look at the internal and external teams. Then they look at how each team could be vulnerable for any what is this study on how each team could be affected by let me see if I can find it. Let me go to history. Where's the history over here? There we go. Oh yeah, so I found it. Oh, it's in the viewpoint. So they I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but the viewpoint, it says banking in the cloud, achieving cloud compliance. And then they have a voucher which you can download from it. They touched on a couple things. So they have two things. They have a sample of list of internal stakeholders, which could include the board of directors, executive management team, security and compliance, legal, communications and management secretariat, design authority, enterprise and platform architecture, infrastructure and operations, business owner group, business strategy board, internal systems auditors, and sourcing and procurement. Right. This is just like the internal teams that could be vulnerable, and when you deploy this technology, you have to ensure that these teams, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 teams, they all operate independently. They have their own teams. And when you deploy these agents, these AI agents, and they are trying to communicate with each other, the compliance becomes a big problem within like a simple small sector like banking. It's just a small sector. It's not like a big deal. So it's not even a big. It's like even a government, right? Then an example of the external stakeholders includes regional, national, and local banking associations, like the Federal Reserve Bank, for example. Then you also have regional, national, and local standard organizations like IMF, IFC. Then you have also regional, national, and local regulators, which includes like CFCT, which is like a financial institution that regulates finances. So this is like a small company, a small example here. For example, the procurement team, you would have to identify a single point of contact for managing all commercial and illegal issues arising from procurement contracts and conduct a contractual risk assessment. Okay. The security and the regulations will be to ensure the cloud program aligns with IT security strategies and includes an exit strategy and plan. Right. So this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff that they do actually lay out. Right. I don't know if I'm allowed to showcase the CGI's work, but it was amazing. And they're here. I think I need to check them out and show them this report. This is a pretty good report here, and I think it was very fascinating to read. They do have other. I do listen to CGI because they do actually give out financial reports every quarter. So I do go to their financial report because they cooperate with the government. They cooperate with the government, so they have to give out financial reports every year. I don't know what the CGI means. CGI means computer generated imagery. Yeah, so computer generated imagery, CI means. Where is CGI? Okay, so it's a French term referring to conseiller and suggestion and enforcement ticket. I don't know what that means. But this was a good example. Yeah, computer generated imagery, whatever that is. But anyway, that was the highlight of today's event, and I'm gonna have to head home. It's almost 1 o'clock. I don't know if there are any other talks or any other meetings going on. Other than that, I don't have anything to share. It's been a wonderful experience here at AWS. Yeah, I kind of like AWS. I think the company is doing great. I think seeing the IT folks and it's great. It's a good experience to have. I don't know what else to share here. I might talk about this certificate I'm about to take, which is like the AI certificate. It's like an entry level for AWS. Other than that, that's all I have to share. See you in a few minutes. Not that often do I make videos. Not that often do I make videos while standing in line. But I am here. I don't know if anybody's able to see whatever's going on. Only if I'm allowed. Let me show you in the front. So that video, that lady just saw, I took a video. I think I can see her in the background. She's right there. Right there. She's taking pictures of people, and the line is so long. And the most fascinating thing is that, like, we all have phones in our own hands, yet we are all waiting the pictures with the camera. With the camera. Like, how did we as humans create phones that are so powerful, so good, but yet we still cringe for traditional photography? Like, I was not expecting all of us to be in the line. Like, there are many exhibitors. Like, you can see on that side. All those exhibitors over there. All those guys. That side. Right? And nobody's there. Everybody's online. We're going to take a picture. And I am just fascinated by all of this. Like, are we gonna someday abandon technology, abandon all of this infrastructure, all of this stuff, and just someday just focus on how we used to live back in the day? Is this my biggest fear? Is this someday going to disappear, and we all go back to old school of drawing on a paper? It's fascinating that this is happening within my time. I was only expecting to have people lining up on this line, just waiting for a photo shoot or photography, right? Yeah. Oh, there's a guy watching the game. Somebody's watching the game. Congo playing England. It's pretty cool. Yeah, watching the game here. I'm about to go in a few minutes. All right, I'll be right back. Ciao, ciao. A few minutes. There's a guy at the end outside. He's watching like the game. Amazing, man.
Well, it's not just the customer experience, it's like customer needs. It's like, are they looking for this product? Because right now, you guys have your launch treasure product.
That's funny.
I think if he's a cheap customer.
So when you become AWS certified developer, you actually get to go to that launch over there. You can see that over there. Those guys over there. You get to join them. They also have like they have like snacks. They have like snacks and coffee. I don't know what else they have over there. I can't find the coolest stuff like they have on this side. Then they have the AWS training certified zone and zoom in as well. Over there. So quick updates. Congo just got kicked out of the World Cup. They lost 2-1 for England. But I just want to say that Congo was being an amazing team. I just like how they played, how they were very consistent, well trained, pretty amazing team. I'm rooting for Congo. I wish they were going to advance to the 16 level. For now, we have, I believe Morocco and Senegal and Ghana are still in the game. But so far, so good. Even though they're going home, they were like the MVP of the team. So that's pretty much it. It's kind of sad that they are leaving. They get kicked out by England. Obviously, England is not like a big team, but they do have some great African players in there. So that was like the biggest challenge. I can't think of anything else. So they just lost. That's pretty sad. Cool. That's what I wanted to share. When I came here on the camera.
When you're ready to go out and evangelize across campus, that's a big thing. If I can turn out 12 to 15 people a semester, and then reach out across the campus and they're able to go drive change within programs and different organizations, I can really start to see that systemic change that we're looking for. I can start to see that transformation in the organization. My office. So our capability has been picking those sides.
Is it okay? Okay.
In essence, I think the alignment is
Yeah, we always have to tell
That's
people.
okay.
I saw an arm bar in the door. I was like, can we get two of those?
Can I video of it?
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Whenever you want, like, say you're working on a case, or you can upload case documents, the agent in the field.
So what does one of these things cost?
Depends on the generator, depends on the
someone with Amazon access can log into your AWS account, and then you can create an agent space to allow you to speak. And then integrate with the RTC, like the center, or like
And the Codex SDK actually makes that somewhat simple. Like,
Very good. I walked in this building to check out the gallery, the history gallery, and this area is owned by Apple. So there's an Apple store going on here. So I have to go upstairs to see the gallery. So you have, I'm on a beer break, so I'm gonna have to go to the second one. But this was cool. So I wanna check it out and see. Next time I can come back and check the whole building out. I just came from the conference. I was like, let me check this out because I have like an hour, 12 minutes to wait. So I'll be right back in a few minutes once I get there. So I just came from the outside. I just came from inside this building over here. It says Apple. For the building, it says Apple. It also says DC History Center. So I was confused if this is an Apple store or if it's a museum. So after finishing the conference, I just got off the conference, the conference getting over, I wanted to go home. And I was like, let me check out this building and see what's inside. It turns out the middle floor, it's an Apple store. Then upper floor and the bottom floor is a museum. It's a gallery for DC. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Like always, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Like always, ciao ciao, adios, spasiba. I'm trying to show the background of the entire conference. That's the conference background. You can see these areas. There's the building. I see the other side on that side as well. So pretty cool. The video is getting over. Thanks for watching. Ciao, bye bye, adios, spasiba, take care.